everyone, it's Lottie from Enjoying the Journey, Cancer as a Lifestyle. Guess what, you guys? I am ready to make my delivery to the homeless shelter. I have finally finished off that last homeless mat that I have. It's not the last homeless mat, but I wanted to finish this one off so I can add to the one I have in my trunk. I think there's about maybe 6 only. It's not going to be a lot. I still have some Plarn, but not enough to make another mat with. So I'm just going to take in what I got. And I'm also taking a huge box of the blankets with me this time also. I'm not sure how many also I have in that huge box, maybe 6. So it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're carrying all that stuff, it really is big and bulky. So I am going to be dropping it off this week in a couple days, in about 3 days or so. We'll have the final pictures and the actual count and the name of the mission and the address or anything. I always post that on my Facebook ministry page in case anybody is interested or wants to donate over there themselves, or I always do that. You can also look at the pictures of what was donated. So that's going to go off. I also have boxes started here to the First Steps Pregnancy Crisis Center that I am making baby hats. I made some loveys. I'm not making any more loveys. I did not enjoy making those faces. You know, I'm a Garuni person, but I did them. So I made those. I have more baby hats that I made this week, and I'm really going to be concentrating more on the baby blankets because that's what I'm trying to fit. I don't have enough of yet. So I will show you the baby hats that I have made. I have quite a lot. I did not do a total count, but I will before I send them out. Can you see that? The glare is there. There you go. Here's one. There seems to be a glare here. I'm right in front of the window, doggone it. Here's another one. Let's turn this around a little bit so we can stay away from the glare. So I made a couple more. And I think that's all that I'm going to make for that, for the baby hats. And like I said, I'm going to concentrate on the baby blankets themselves. I don't have that many made. That's the problem. Here's one that I wasn't originally going to put it in because I wanted to make baby blankets this time around that were the basic baby colors like pink and blues and pastels. And I wasn't really... I didn't think that this was like an appropriate baby blanket. You know what I mean? So, but I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put it in because I'm just going to put it in. I think that somebody could use it. So I'm going to put it in as a baby blanket. I think it's still okay. It's actually in the shades of blues, different shades of blues, like navy blue, royal blue. These are all blues and ivory with a little bit of gold color, but otherwise it is shades of blue, so I think it'll be okay. Here's another one I made. It's a lot smaller, this one. This is in pinks. I tend to I seem to have more, I think, like pinks and more like for girls, baby girls. So I don't know, why is that in my yarn? And also hopefully I can get some colors for a boy. Here's some yellow. I normally do not like to make yellow because I don't want them to look like jaundice. Jaundice, there you go. So, but I have so much baby yellow. I just have, this is actually like a tan. I know, kind of stakes out, but so I have so much of the yellow, different shades of the baby yellow, and I'm like, man, but actually one of my nieces, when she was having her baby, she really did love the color yellow, and they made the room yellow and everything. And I was reading up that the color yellow tends to make the baby cry and all. Like, the yellow is not really a good color for a baby room, but yet they claimed that the baby was fine and he loved his room and wasn't a crybaby. So who knows? So so that's what that's going to go, like I said, to the pregnancy center. I have a huge box here for them. I'm going to concentrate on making more baby blankets. I do have some started already. And then I am going to be making a whole bunch of hats. And I have a lot of hats in storage here, and that I am going to be making towards. We have a lot of children's ministries here for like supper hour after school where they feed the children. There's a lot of after school programs around here. I've donated to them last year. I think I'm going to end up doing that as well. I'm going to be donating all the hats to them. So yeah. And so here's a gray one. I've been making a lot of darker beanies. These will probably end up going to another homeless shelter because the dark ones are good for the homeless because they're dark, and when they stain, you don't see it. They don't, it's actually better if you get anything dark for homeless because they get dirty. They can't keep clean. I did make my son, this is a personal item, I made my son a washcloth. He just moved into his apartment and he's kind of in need of some, some things, a couple of things. And I actually didn't, I was like, how when you got stuff in your stash, but when you want it for that moment, you can't find anything. So I'm like digging around for cotton, like, where's my cotton? All of a sudden I can't find cotton. And I did end up just finding one little, ball of cotton. So this is all he got for now. A little cloth for the kitchen. That's all he's got. And I did finish a huge, my Jane from Scraptastic Yarn podcast, one of her Scraptastic blankets that she likes to make. I love making them. After I watched her episode when she was talking about them, I always make them. And then these are my scrappy blankets that I just double strand. This one it's got all these different colors. I just love how that looks, and they always come out looking good. And so I call them my Jane from Scraptastic. These are my Scraptastic blankets where I use up all my yarn. So yeah, I do like that. I like how it came out. It's really nice and warm. It's double strand, mostly because I always have, when I mix in all my scraps, I don't really look at the yarn weight, except chunky. I don't have a lot of chunky, but that is always separate. So I kind of double strand, maybe so in case you have the really thin strands of yarn, it all kind of fits well together. So that's about all that I did this week. Doesn't seem like a lot, but yet it seems like I was working the whole time. But I do have like a lot more blankets started that I'm trying to finish. So this is gonna, I'm starting another box for blankets that are going to be going to like Ronald McDonald. I'm going to end up giving them another huge donation I did send to them before. So that's going to be started for the next round. The blankets are going to go to Ronald McDonald. I'm still trying to do with Shriners, and I don't know why it's so hard for me to find Shriners here. I thought they were in my area, but I'm thinking maybe they're in Springfield, in St. Louis, and maybe that's the problem. But anyway, you guys, that's all I got. Granny squares are coming in. I have my huge stack right here that I'm just going to spend, once I get, I'm going to wait for like one weekend or so where I can just sit down and start putting them together. I really appreciate everyone who has contributed to that drive. I'm really, really appreciative towards that. You guys did a wonderful job. I love all the different colors that are coming in. I still also have to do a video on my 50 gone by 2024. That's coming up also, you guys. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you will stay cool. All right, bye. Oops, doesn't want to get